to smile and put on a happy face. She told me I had a purpose. To bring laughter and joy to the world. Hey, stop them! Is it just me? Or is it getting crazier out there?
Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by.
What?
If you smile to your fear and sorrow, smile, and maybe tomorrow you'll find that life is still worthwhile. If you
What's so funny?
just
Freak!
Gotham has lost its way. What kind of coward would do something that cold-blooded? Someone who hides behind a mask.
I used to think that my life was a tragedy. But now I realize it's a comedy.
if you just
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the world. It's once again time for the WADcast, episode number 46. I'm one of your hosts, Josh, and joined by the brothers from the left coast, Brandon and Kente. What is up, fellas?
Oh, we really watched the whole trailer, huh?
Yeah, we don't go halfway on this program, sir.
Well, I guess that explains what the show's about. Well, that's one way to introduce it. Okay,
Yeah.
well. You couldn't have picked a better movie, huh?
Well, you know, it's
Joking. I'm
irrelevant what people think about the movie. It was still a pretty darn good trailer. But, Brandon, we've heard from you. Kente.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. Pretty good run here the last couple of days. Finished up a rough draft for something, and feeling a little accomplished right there. I'll tell you that much. So, as you probably can tell, and Brandon hinted at, tonight's show is about trailers, and not the wheeled variety where meth people live, but movie trailers, and what they do right, what they do wrong. We'll probably take a look at a few more before the night's done, and really let you guys know what we want in a movie trailer and what we want to see gone for good. So, movie trailer houses, if you're listening, if you're taking notes, by all means. Let us know that you appreciate the feedback of your work. So, here we go. As usual, Brad, how about you start us off with a little bit of movie trailer talk?
Well, I mean, there's so many things that go into a trailer. Like, I mean, you go see a movie, and the trailer that you see before the actual movie that you want to go see, those trailers pretty much make or break your interest in that film. And sometimes there's a really just a mediocre trailer that you're like, oh, well, I could live with or without that movie. There's good trailers where that looks really good. And then there's trailers that you watch and you're like, it doesn't look interesting. And even if I was interested, I just watched the entire movie in that trailer. Like I remember, and I'll bring this up later on, but the Child's Play remake. That movie came out, and the movie itself was, I've got to say, I was low expectations, and it actually turned out to be a decent little, I guess, reimagining of the series. But, for modern toys, rather. But the trailer itself, like, you see everything in that movie trailer. You know exactly what's going to happen. It shows you every single thing that you could possibly expect to see in it. But so that's really it. Like, there's different movie trailers, and what gets you excited, what makes you bored, and honestly, the most important thing to me is what makes you roll your eyes, because you see it done in every single movie trailer that damn near every movie trailer. So those are the things I was thinking about when I spoke with you a while back about this topic. But yeah.
How about you, Kate? What are your thoughts on movie trailers?
I think movie trailers are the probably most consistent thing in Hollywood, just because a lot of movies suck, but the trailer is usually pretty well done. And I think what was that movie? Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
Where they even, I believe they got the trailer people to finish editing the movie or something to that effect. So I think most trailers are very good. The obviously, to kind of echo what you said, the time when trailers are bad is when they give you way too much. But then I feel like some movies, they feel like they got to do it because there's really nothing else. So they gotta give you everything there is, because that's the only thing there is, But I would say, just with my history, one of the biggest trailers as far as giving away way too goddamn much was this movie called Double Jeopardy.
Oh, yep, I remember.
That one, great movie, but that movie trailer, you didn't even need to watch the movie, because the big twist in the movie is in the damn trailer.
Oh, yeah. That whole scene with Ashley Judd holding the gun on her husband, and is like, aren't you going to do anything? And like, Tommy Lee Jones is sitting right there. It's like, what are you talking to me for? She's the one with the gun. Like, that's at the end of the movie. I'm like, why would you put that in the trailer?
Right. It's a great movie. It's just that trailer gave away too much.
Yeah.
But he says, I still remember
Josh,
the trailer for enough, because it tells the entire movie in the trailer. You can see that playing alongside if you're a Facebook viewer right now.
Well, no, honestly, let's be fair. The movie Enough, the ending is in the title of the movie. She's had enough.
Yeah.
And that was enough. It wasn't, it definitely wasn't like an Oscar award-worthy movie, but it wasn't horrible. I've seen much worse. And it's honestly, like, I like that movie as a warning to men that lay their hands on women, because she beat the shit out of the guy. So.
Oops. Knock stuff over. Okay. Do you know the history of movie trailers?
I know we're about to hear it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know the history, but I know that you're about to educate the listeners.
All right, so if you're wondering where movie trailers came from, way back when, we're talking very early.
2016? 2016?
Yeah, right, around 2016. There were these things that were playing in theaters. Remember theaters?
Oh, God.
Vaguely.
That's right. Before the end of times, yes.
Well, in 1912, I believe it was, there was a serial. Serial is, of course, a series of short films that would play over a period of time. And the next one would come out, and the next one would come out. Well, at the end of the trailer for I'm reading here, The Adventures of Kathleen, there would be a teaser for the next installment that would trail the movie. You see? You see?
That's where it came from.
Mm-hmm. And that would, of course, entice people to come back and see what happens next, but of course helped that everything ended on a cliffhanger as well.
Oh yeah, I mean that's back in the days of like the, like the Captain America serials that would play like during the beginning, like because that was the thing, like all those old black and white little tidbits. Because yeah, you're right, they all ended in cliffhangers, every one of them.
Mm-hmm.
A video commented, "What's your thoughts on Nolan's trailers?" I think Christopher Nolan actually makes some damn good. I think he puts out some really good trailers for his films. And whether the film's interesting or not, like I know I'm probably going to get some shit over this, but Tenet, I didn't really think it was that great. But his trailers are very visually beautiful. I mean, stunning trailers. I mean, look at what was it, Inception? I mean, that movie itself, like the visuals were amazing, but every one of his trailers, like it's just the cinematography is top notch, and the way it's mixed together, and the sound design and everything. Christopher Nolan is definitely a master of his craft when it comes to how he does things. His eye for detail and everything. He makes me want to see like pretty much all of his movies, because you never really know what kind of movie you're going to get with him. But yeah,
how do I put this? My kids made me very proud the first time I showed them Inception, because I have the screenplay on my bookshelf. And we watched the movie, and the first thing the oldest one does is go to the bookshelf and start reading it. It was like, oh, proud daddy moment. Yeah.
Oh, so was she reading it while the movie was playing?
Yeah, about halfway to the next viewing, it was brought out.
Oh, okay. See, that's one thing I want to say to a lot of. We've had this conversation. We've had screenwriters. We've had Sue on the show. We've had Justin, who wrote and directed his own movie, and like Scott. Like that, they all like these people write and direct or just write and produce their stuff or sell their stuff. Reading a screenplay to a movie, because a lot of writers get discouraged by this kind of stuff, and just like a little side track here, people get so discouraged by what they're writing because they see something different in movies. If you read a screenplay while you're watching the movie, you can see every single thing that may or may not have been filmed, but ultimately did not make it into the final cut of the film. And scripts, like there's sometimes the scripts are just much better, and you wonder how the hell the movie became what it was with an amazing script written for it. But no, it's awesome your daughter's doing that. That really is cool. Now, does she want to have a future in the film industry, or was it just something she was curious about?
Just curiosity. This is the one that's more into game design, and of course, scripting is a big part of game production these days. And God, writing. We should have some developers on sometime that have created a game with dialogue and branching dialogue options.
Like Grand Theft Auto and all that stuff, or The Witcher,
Resident Evil.
Today, what was it? Was it an indie showcase maybe five years ago? When we talked to C.S. Lee.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. I remember that.
Funny, yeah, I can't forget. I felt embarrassed.
Is that your sister? Wait, is that your sister?
Yeah.
Hey, sister.
I felt embarrassed when we were talking to C.S. Lee, because we did a show, ladies and gentlemen out there in listener land. We did a show, Kenty and I, called Harry's Code. a Dexter podcast, and we talked about the show, the Showtime show Dexter. Great show, brilliant show. Enough for us to want to make a podcast about it. And then, we were going through the whole thing, talking about the show, the characters, and breaking everything down. It was a solid time for Dexter fans. But then the last season started, and we kind of waned. To be honest, I kept finding good things to say hard to come by, and it kind of petered out a little bit. We never actually finished reviewing the last season.
Let me cut to the chase. The last season was so god awful we couldn't even stand to watch it.
Okay. Yeah. Good about that. So sometime later, Kente has C.S. Lee from Dexter on the show, and
that's Masuka. He played Masuka on Dexter, Asian guy.
Yes. I honestly I forgot his name. So, and in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, I want to ask, what happened? What had happened to the final season that made it the way it was? But of course, I thought it might be a little, I don't know, rude for me to go there. Especially since my first reaction was to go, seriously, what the hell happened? You were supposed to be the one to find out who Dexter was, and you were supposed to have this conflict of conscience of whether or not you should turn into your friend, or whether or not you should do your job. But instead, they're like, you know what, we should give him a kid for the last season. That would be really cool.
Sure.
I'm so curious because they're talking about bringing Dexter back, and I'm like, well,
come back.
Like, don't get me wrong, that's cool and all, but you already completely, I don't know, like, I guess because you realized, oh, well, we kind of screwed the pooch with the last season. Maybe we should just come back and, I don't know, make it, make the show come back. Like, I mean, is he going to go somewhere else? Is he going to, like, I mean, I just don't,
You know what's funny is that saying, screwed the pooch.
Can we get an origin story?
I know. At some point, I'm kind of scared to find that one out, but yeah.
I just happen to have Google up right now. Rude the Pooch origin. On Google. I know.
That was probably the exact one they wanted to kill Dexter off.
Okay. And guys, listeners, I'm sorry. I know that we are the show's supposed to be about movie trailers. We're going different directions here, but and it's like talking to an Alzheimer's patient with us on the show. I swear to God.
Once again, the views and opinions of Brandon John don't necessarily reflect those of WADcast or Simcore Studios.
Listen, I say that with the utmost respect. I work quite a bit with Alzheimer's, so it's like with the utmost respect.
Does that make it better?
Well, listen, you work healthcare, you develop a really dark sense of humor, okay? I can't help it, but if you were to hear how people in healthcare joke with each other behind closed doors, it is horrible. And it's no disrespect intent. We don't joke, we don't make fun of our patients. We make fun of situations.
It's a lot of pooch screwing behind.
But yeah, there's a lot of, verbiage about pooch screwing. There's not a whole lot of actual pooch, not where I work anyway. But Indiana is staying his ass at home for his own safety. But okay, let's see. Screw the Pooch was popularized in the 1979 book turned movie The Right Stuff by Tom Wolfe. And the book and the film both depict characters repeatedly using "screw the pooch," an effort to use actual NASA jargon and slang of the day. So it doesn't really have as I don't know, tumultuous an origin as I thought it was going to have. I thought it was something that originated in Kansas or something. I don't know, but
I was thinking more like Alabama. Kentucky.
Oh man. But it's the thing is, going back to the topic at hand originally, the whole trailer thing. There's one thing that drives me nuts in trailers, and I see it all the time, and you see this in damn near every action movie. where something is happening to the beats of the music. And I think actually, I believe Suicide Squad was one of the movies that did that as well. Like, the trailer was actually pretty good. But Suicide Squad did it. Justice League did it.
Joker did
where
it.
Okay, Joker did it. But the thing is you see things where whenever there's like a certain beat, like say like the dun 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 dun, and everyone's loading guns or something, or like there's like some kind of, every time you have like a certain like bass, someone has to do something. And you see this in almost every action movie. It's like, okay, I get it. You're supposed to like make this look cool, but it's just so repetitious with all these films. Like, we don't need to see like something going along with every beat of the music. Just, you're not making a music video, you're making a trailer. As a music video, okay, but it's still being done too much. But there's like, so between like, as Kinte said, and as as we both actually mentioned, giving away too much of your plot, or introducing a scene that you know is the end of the movie, or just like with me, like I said, like the whole like making actions occur to like the beat of the music at all times. See, Joker did it, but Joker did it in like a way that's I would find like more acceptable. But so like, I mean, because it wasn't like just guns cocking and people like clipping their like belt, like gun belts or whatever, or like explosions. But that's what I'm talking about with these movies, where you see like, oh, a beat, there's an explosion, another beat, here's a gun cocking, another beat, missile launch, and like, okay, we get it. It's an action movie.
Do you guys remember a bunch of trailers?
For the most part, especially the bad ones.
All right. Well, what about the good ones?
I can tell you some amazing ones that I've seen. I think one of my favorite trailers that got me really drawn into a movie. The movie's only like a few short years old. It's the best. Oh, is it the Best of Enemies? I think. About the KKK member and the black lady in the community having to come together to. So I forget exactly what the problem was, but they had to like resolve a problem, and they meet each other in the middle, and they actually become friends. But the story behind it didn't tell you about the ending. It didn't tell you about like everything being resolved. It didn't really even show you much about his mind changing, which this movie is based on a real life situation. It doesn't really show his change of character. It just kind of shows him against her, and that's it. So it didn't give you away the ending, but it didn't give away the ending to you, but it actually showed a story to it. And it made me and my girlfriend like just like really want to go see this movie.
Sam Rockwell?
Yeah, Sam Rockwell, and I cannot remember her name's on the tip of my tongue.
Taraji P. Henson.
That's it, yes. I mean, they both did an amazing job. But the trailer was something that really drew me into wanting to go see it. And this, Josh, you know me very well. Anyone that knows me knows my anticipation for the new Ghostbusters movie. But Ghostbusters is a perfect example of a trailer that doesn't give away too much. It doesn't show you the ending. It doesn't show you everything about this. It just kind of leaves you curious as to what happens next. I think the closest it showed to like any like badassery was the girl in the gunner seat of the Ecto-1, and them chasing a ghost through town with the proton stream going.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Oh man, I ain't afraid of no ghosts, but I'm afraid of more cancellations and more delays.
I think you should be fine this year.
I hope so, man. I should have already owned a copy of this movie. But okay, who's next?
You guys like Paul Rudd?
Oh, yes. Who doesn't? He's a sweetheart.
Middle-aged white guys. Of course we do.
You guys? He was in a Halloween movie.
Oh, yeah. He was in Curse of Michael Myers.
Right. He used to be embarrassed by it, but now he's proud of it.
I've only seen, the original Halloween H2O, and Kinte, you made me watch Halloween 3.
Yeah, that was a great movie, wasn't it? Show the preview. Show the trailer for the Halloween 2018. That's a great trailer.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Hold on.
That's a great trailer. That's a trailer that's what made it a hit because that trailer is so good. They did show a little too much, but when you saw that trailer, you was like, oh man, this is gonna be the shit.
And can I say this? Paul Rudd in Curse of Michael Myers. That has been 25 years since that movie came out. Paul Rudd has aged about 5 years.
I know, man. He's obviously drinking baby's blood or something.
He looks like he looks like he was in college in that movie, and now he looks like he's been a teacher for like maybe 3 years after getting his degree. Like that son of a bitch, a beautiful son of a bitch.
This has great visuals. I love this. I love this scene too. This is a great opening scene.
Oh yeah. But I am curious about this scene though, because watching in the movie, he's standing behind him, and he doesn't even mention that he has a mask.
The idea is that it's the energy from it.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, this is a great trailer. The little black kid in this movie is hilarious. That kid is.
Oh
funny.
yeah.
He stole this show. Yeah, I mean, this movie, it's pretty good, but it's kind of stupid at the end. It's pretty damn stupid. They do something really dumb. If you haven't seen it, I'm not going to spoil it, but where you're like, what the hell? This is a great scene. I loved it. Yeah, good. I was
always wondering. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
No, I was just saying. I was always wondering what the hell the doctor was thinking. Like, say something, Michael. Say something. Like, the man has not spoken in decades. What makes you think? He tried to kill the doctor that has known him since he was a little boy. What makes you think you're so special after he's already groomed himself into being this killer as an adult?
Were you offended when they killed off those podcasters? I kind of felt like that was them taking a shit on podcasters.
No, I would have been offended. I would have been offended if I was a Yelper and they killed some Yelpers. That's just because Yelpers are very full of themselves. But no, podcasting. I mean, we just do podcasting is just podcasting. We just give ourselves an outlet to vent about things and talk smack or joke or say things that whatever. But I thought the podcast thing was actually kind of funny.
Oh yeah, this is great. This one is what sold everybody on it. This part. Oh shit!
And that little boy flat out said deuces and ran too.
I love it. When I saw that trailer the first time, it was in the theaters. I believe it was in the theater. I want to say it was in the theater when I first saw the trailer. I remember I saw it with a bunch of people, and everybody went nuts on that last part. Everybody was like, you could just tell everybody in the theater was like, "Oh, I'm seeing this shit," You know what's a great trailer? Here's an example of how trailers used to be versus now. The original trailers for Jurassic Park, was perfect. It just basically said, dinosaurs and Steven Spielberg. You want to see this shit. That's all they gave you. They gave you that cup.
You're actually not wrong at all. It's like it showed you nothing.
All right, if you can find an original trailer of Jurassic Park, but it told you everything you wanted to know. Steven Spielberg, Michael Crichton, dinosaurs.
Yeah, I mean, it's like they even used a tagline from the book. Like, this is, this story is 65 million years in the making.
Right.
Plus, I mean, let's face it, this is like the 90s and everything else, and kids were still crazy about dinosaurs, and I remember my parents took me out to go see it because I was crazy about dinosaurs, and I don't think they were expecting for me to have the nightmares I had after I saw the movie. So, there's a dinosaur. Oh, that raptor's eating somebody.
This was one of the top 3 movie-going experiences of my life. I remember I saw it the Friday it came out in Santa Barbara, and we had just went to Black Angus. I remember that too. And this is 93, so I was still in high school. And I remember just being blown away by this film. I mean, it was just amazing, and this still holds up. It's a great movie.
Oh yeah, well I mean the CGI first off
Okay.
is definitely what sold this movie. The
This
biggest
isn't-
thing
This isn't the original trailer because the original trailer didn't have the T-Rex in it.
I'm just saying, like, but I think like what originally sold the movie because I think the T-Rex wasn't in the original one, but you saw things like with them sitting in the tree and the
Right.
whatever. I think the very first teaser trailer was just the the cup on the dashboard. I believe that was a big part of it, and that was it. But
As a side note, though, okay, in the beginning, when you see the cup shaking, right, the first T-Rex encounter, how does the T-Rex go from whoosh, 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 cup shaking to at the end?
they didn't even know me. They didn't even know he was in there.
He's like a ninja. He just comes out of nowhere. T-Rex ex machina, and then.
Well, I mean, let's just look at the Dr. Grant, Dr. Sadler's defense, and Tim and I forget the girl's name. Let's just look at their defense. They're being chased by two carnivorous, psychotic raptors that just want to kill them, rip them up, and eat them. I don't think that they noticed.
No, I'm saying, but there was no boom, 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 boom.
Oh yeah, well, I'm curious as to how the T-Rex even got in that building.
It makes no sense, but it's a great scene.
Like it's just like, but you're right though because they're being chased and they're even back to back. They're even back to back at one point, and like they could see like a 360 view that one raptor jumps at them. I'm sorry, you know what? Maybe it's because they were hoping for a quick death. Maybe because a raptor, as Dr. Grant says, eats you while you're alive. The T-Rex just chomp. But
it's one of the greatest endings.
Oh yeah.
Because you go from hating the T-Rex to at the end he's the hero. You know, he saves the day, and it's a great scene. And then when he throws the raptor into the bones, and spoiler alert, throws the raptor into the bones, and then that banner falls down, and he's what a great scene.
Listen,
but
Jurassic Park is 28 years old. I don't think you need to say spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, but in
case you've never heard of Jurassic Park, guys.
Right. In Rosemary's Baby, spoiler alert. No, just playing. Okay, so trailer. Let's get back to trailers. But yeah, I mean, yeah, there's okay, a bad trailer shows too much. A bad trailer misrepresents a movie because there's a lot of times where you think a movie has more action in it than it really does because of the trailer, or it has a different tone than what the movie really is. That's I don't like that because it's like because there's been movies I can't think of nothing off the top of my head, but because of the trailer I thought I was getting one thing, and then when you sitting there you're like, what the hell is this? Now one example of a movie that I thought was one thing, but it turned out to be something else. But it was a great movie. Was 12 Monkeys.
Oh yeah.
That's a great movie, but it wasn't what I thought it was.
I honestly, when I was a kid, I thought it was about like 12 Monkeys.
Right. Right. Great movie, by the way. 12 Monkeys.
Oh yeah. Well, it's like it's like when you're in a movie theater, you see sometimes as an adult, kids, I'm sorry to break your heart, but being an adult quite often sucks ass. Okay. Mm-hmm. But so as an adult, you see like a movie that is broadcasted as it shows like it's a comedy. So you see all these hysterical moments, and then you go see this movie, and you're like, did they only show the funny moments in that trailer? Did they show the only funny moments in the entire film in that 2-minute trailer? This film sucks. Like it is nothing like what I was expecting. Like I'm expecting to come in like The Hangover. I remember seeing The Hangover. I saw the trailer. Like the trailer. It was funny. It didn't sell me, but it was funny. My ex I was with at the time took me out to go see it. Like we had to go see The Hangover. I could not stop laughing the entire movie.
Great movie.
Like I mean, I left that movie theater with my sides hurting from laughing way too damn hard. It was just so like stupid. But it was hysterical. But then we went to go see what movie was it? I went to go. I cannot remember the name of the movie. I saw it we saw it shortly afterwards, but it just wasn't funny at all. It had like zero. Oh, that's right. It was a Groomsman. It was the Groomsman released in the early 2000s. It was like a Fathom Events kind of like re-screening, whatever, like just like an independent night. I forget, but we saw the trailer for it, and the trailer was funny. We go see this movie, and it was the tagline, "Till death do we party." There was nothing funny about this movie. Most of it was just really melodramatic shit.
There was a movie called Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Yep.
And one thing too that annoys me is when there's things in the trailer that are not even in the movie.
Yeah.
And that scene where they were walking down the pier or whatever, and they pushed those two people in the water, wasn't in the movie. So unless they added it to a later cut, I remember not seeing that in the movie. Going, wait, what the hell? Another movie. I don't know. Some people like this movie, and I didn't like it, but the trailer was great. Was Andy Samberg's movie Pop Star, Never Stop. Wait, can you find that one? It's called Pop Star, Never Stop.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
The trailer is hilarious. I mean, it is funny as heck. The movie's like, it's like, meh. But some people, I think it's gone on to be kind of a cult favorite. I'm not a part of the cult. But the trailer, like, play the trailer, Pop Star. The trailer is really good. The trailer is funny.
See, I like movies where you know what you're walking into, like Showgirls. I knew exactly what I was watching.
Look at that. See that?
Oh yeah. I remember this. I remember this train wreck.
Yeah, it was
train wreck. It was hilarious.
You like this movie?
Yeah.
It just like it wasn't okay. What and I'm fully on board with Kinte here. What I saw in the trailer versus what I saw in the movie, I knew I was gonna walk into a stupid comedy. It was something I need to shut my brains off while I watch this. I just need to sit down and not have any expectations. And even then, I had left feeling meh. Even the whole point of a movie should be to get something out of it. I got nothing from this. I got more from Malibu's Most Wanted. Yeah, and I actually like that movie too. But it's just like
this seemed like it was better like a trailer or better like a sketch than
this would have been great for his band. That's what this would have been. It would have been a great music video for his band.
It was. That's what it was. The Lonely Island movie.
Oh, is that what no. What I'm saying is this would have been like a good music video, not a full movie, like a music video, like Hot Rod. I love Hot Rod. Hot Rod is so stupid and mindless, but it's hysterical.
But
and
here's another thing. I have a message to the Saturday Night Live alums. Mm-hmm. Stop doing movies with a bunch of Saturday Night Live people.
Yeah, branch out.
It's kind of tired. When you see a movie and it's a bunch of Saturday Night Live people in it, you're like, it's like, no.
Same thing about Caddyshack.
That's okay.
Listen, I get what Kinte's saying though, but even with Caddyshack, Chevy Chase and Bill Murray and all them, they still acted in movies outside of always working next to Saturday Night Live alums. You have all these actors and actresses these days that you always see them in the same movie together. It's not that it's a bad thing, but branch out a little bit.
Yeah, it's just like have some other people in there. Don't have just a bunch of Saturday Night Live, because that movie was full of Saturday Night Live people, and it's like
see, Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith gets away with it because of the fact that all of his movies take place in the same universe. So all the View Askew movies, most of the movies that made him famous take place in the same universe. The only time I've ever seen anything where I kind of rolled my eyes at a Kevin Smith movie, as much as I like the movie, and I only rolled my eyes because I thought, honest to God, that was a Judd Apatow movie at first, was Zack and Miri Make a Porno.
Right.
Now, the movie is funny as hell, but it's just like Kevin Smith, it's like he and Judd Apatow just traded baseball cards for a second. Like he's like, and I'm going to take your actors. I'm going to make a movie with them now.
Yeah.
The movie was hysterical. Don't get me wrong, but it was like I like how we also had like the guy who played Randall in the movie, and like like the whole scene with him getting shit on like
Jeff
during the anal
Anderson.
sex scene. Jeff Anderson, that's it. I could have gone without seeing that, but it did lead up to a funny joke. Do you believe this shit? Do you believe this shit?
Literally,
But-
everyone hires people they've worked with before. I'm not saying don't hire people you've worked with before, but don't litter the movie up with just the same people.
Like Adam Sandler.
Yeah, Adam Sandler. Yeah.
And I love Adam Sandler
makes
making
movies
movies.
to hang out with his friends.
Well, that's exactly it. Like I mean, but it's like grown-ups for Christ's sake.
I mean-
That's all Saturday Night Live except for King of Queens dude, Kevin James. Everyone else is like pretty much Saturday Night Live in some way, some format from some I don't know, some part of the history of that show.
So what you're telling me is Tim Meadows should never work again.
I didn't know Tim Meadows was still working.
See, now
That's like-
you're distorting what I said. I didn't say that you can't work with them. I'm saying these movies that have like 100 different Saturday Night Live people in there it just screams don't watch it.
Well, no, but that's what I'm saying. I get what you're saying, and I actually fully agree with you.
Right.
Like I mean, because a lot of those movies, you can bet that. Listen, comedians have every comedian has a specific set of just a specific set, a specific style to their comedy. Mm-hmm. So when you watch these movies with all these like alums from like Saturday Night Live or Mad TV or whatever, you are getting these comedians doing what made them famous, but they're just doing it over and over and over and over and over. You see, like Adam Sandler is an amazing actor. Punch Drunk Love, Reign Over Me. Like his movie, like his serious movie, like what was it? Uncut Gems I was actually impressed by that.
Yeah,
I didn't expect it to be that good.
I knew it was gonna be good because those directors are great.
But the thing is I'm going like Uncut Gems. I will say had an amazing trailer too. It didn't tell you too much. You didn't really know a whole lot about the movie. But like what I'm saying is like Adam Sandler's acting, David Spade's acting actually. In all honesty, David Spade, if you actually watch him do a serious serious moment in one of his films, it's there. You know that he could be like a top level, like we need to pay this guy millions to be in this dramatic movie kind of actor.
Yeah, I mean in Joe Dirt there was some very scenes of where he really acted his ass off.
Oh yeah, Joe Dirt. What was it? Dickie Roberts. Such a dumb movie. It was funny, a stupid movie, but like the serious moments in that movie, like oh my god, like watching him act, like it's actually kind of moving. But like when you have these movies, as Kinte said, when you have them just convoluted constantly with the same people, the same faces playing different roles, it's just, I mean, you got to do something. At least try to do something a little different. But you know what? One shtick that's actually becoming famous in Hollywood right now, that you are seeing these movies come out, and the trailers are all the same thing too. You always know that it's not going to end the way the trailers make it look like it's going to end. Are these such and such versus this other character? Batman v Superman, Godzilla versus Kong. You have there was another big. Even the new Fast and Furious movie. It's not exactly like a versus thing, but it is a versus. Dom versus his younger brother, whatever the deal is, John Cena. I'm surprised you could see him in the trailer. But you have these movies, and you always know that these movies, and this is more, I guess, about like plots in Hollywood that's becoming famous versus the trailers themselves. But you know how these movies are going to end. I guarantee, I am willing to throw money down on the fact that Fast and Furious, because family is such a constant, repeated term in these movies, Dom and his little brother are going to team up and take down Charlize Theron somehow. Guarantee it's going to happen. Godzilla vs. Kong, I called that when I first saw that, when I first even heard about it. I was like, oh, they're going to team up against Mecha Godzilla probably, as a joke. And then sure enough, Batman vs. Superman, you know that they're going to team up for somebody else. I like that they don't show the ending to those movies in the trailers. It's appreciated. But then Godzilla vs Kong showed the pretty much showed the ending in the trailer by activating Godzilla.
Batman
Oh.
Superman showed everything.
Oh, wait a minute. Probably one of the greatest trailers of all time was the Super Bowl trailer for The Matrix, the original Matrix film.
Oh yeah, well absolutely. Because that didn't give you anything more than just like he's in a simulation.
That
No,
trailer
not play it.
sold you on that movie so good. You're just like, oh, I got to see this. And it definitely lived up to it. Also, the trailer for The Phantom Menace. If you remember, that was a big deal. That trailer.
Dude,
Yeah,
the
I forgot
trailer.
about
That trailer was amazing. I mean, you had, let's face it, with what George Lucas released with that trailer, what he approved and had released for that trailer, with the orchestra, and then having like Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, and the doors open and you have Darth Vader there, and he activates one side of the lightsaber, and then the other lightsaber. You know shit's about to go down. But you also, if you're a Star Wars fan, you know that Obi-Wan, of course, will defeat this guy and he'll move on and become something in the next set of trilogy. But Qui-Gon, you're like, well, you know what? It's Liam Neeson. He's a badass. So let's see where this goes. But you're also hoping, let's be real, we were all hoping that Darth Maul was going to be like the new big bad throughout that trilogy. We all knew that it was going to build up to the Emperor at some point, but we were hoping that Darth Maul was going to be like the new big bad in that trilogy.
Right.
Rest in peace, buddy.
Turns out it was Jar Jar.
Right. Do you guys want to know what the top 10 movie trailers from this decade is, according to FilmSchoolRejects.com?
No, go for it. What's up?
Hold on. I need to interject real
okay.
quick. Just a little programming note. Yeah, we got flagged by NBC.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, for using footage. I submitted a thing. And I was like, we're reviewing stuff here. Which we are. We're talking about movie trailers.
Yeah.
So it turns out, I guess, that now representatives from NBC, hey guys, are going to be watching the video to see if we're doing it for review purposes.
Now, is this a trailer we were talking shit about, or was it?
I don't know. I don't know. Probably from yes, Andy Samberg's movie, NBC, of course. They're all about how much you love the pop star movie.
Oh man, Popstar was such a great movie.
was
NBC, are you
amazing.
listening? I love the movie. It was the best movie of the decade. In no way, shape, or form did I lean my head back and start drooling with my eyes closed, hoping that it would ever end. I'm so happy that movie was made. Good job, guys. Great trailer. So
Terrific. The trailer was amazing.
best trailer of the last 20 years.
All right, here we go.
Work.
Top 10,
That's
Here we
great.
go.
No, I'm sorry, Kinte, go ahead.
top 10 of the past decade. These are just the past decade, okay? All right. Number 10, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
That was actually a pretty solid one. Okay.
Number 9, Dunkirk. Yeah,
Still never saw the movie.
Great trailer, great movie.
I
Number
saw it.
8, Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, that was actually a very, really well shot trailer. Okay.
Logan, number 7.
Oh, dude, Wade. Oh man, the whole like background song, like, oh damn.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was good.
That just that this song alone got me hyped to go see it.
Yeah.
But
Number
go ahead.
6, Hereditary. Great movie. Great trailer. Number 5, Hail Caesar, which I haven't seen that film.
Nor have I.
Number 4, The Wolf of Wall Street. Great trailer and great movie.
Actually,
as well.
yep.
I enjoyed it. Caesar,
Oh.
by the way.
Number 3, the Star Wars The Force Awakens. That was a great trailer.
I actually will say that was a great trailer. I remember seeing that in theaters. The trailer came out, and the second the Millennium Falcon came out, the whole theater started roaring.
Oh yeah, it was a great trailer. Number 2, Inception.
Okay.
And this is interesting. Number one, The Social Network. I don't remember that trailer, but the movie was
I
amazing.
had that queued up to play. Tonight.
Oh wow!
Well, is the Social Network trailer is an NBC thing?
Ah,
I
Executives, you
don't
need to chime.
know.
Executives, you're in Facebook Live. You need to talk to us, okay? Like, chime in.
You see, the Social Network I was going to bring up as a movie that started a trend that got annoying really fast for me, and that is using like children's choirs to do old 90s songs.
yeah.
Because they did Creep from Radiohead with kids in that choir style. And the first time I heard it, I was like, okay. And then suddenly you're hearing, kids bop choirs in movies everywhere.
Yep.
You're hearing things like, keep rolling, 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 rolling. It's like, okay, we're getting a little ridiculous now.
There's one trailer that I can think of, and I just saw the movie finally recently. The trailer had me so stoked to see that I'm going to get something other than what I ended up watching. The New Mutants, the original trailer. Like, you had this really creepy vibe to it, like this horror film vibe. Set to the music from... there was nothing horrific about it. There's nothing scary about it. It was the most boring lump of shit that I've ever seen, and I, honest to God, would rather watch X-Men 3 or X-Men Origins Wolverine like on repeat for a year, 24/7, with not watching anything else than ever see New Mutants again. But the trailer for New Mutants was a brilliantly done trailer. It was creepy. It made me think, like, I love horror films. It made me think, like, I'm going to go into this and I'm going to have some moments where I jump and I, like, may have anxiety, whatever. And I just sat here, watched the movie, just blank face the whole time, not a jolt, not a jump scare, not any kind of feeling about the characters, nothing.
And it's like a horror movie.
The Room is a scarier movie than New Mutants.
Only because of its earnestness.
Tommy Wiseau is a much better horror director than he realizes compared to New Mutants.
Scary dude.
Oh, hi, Mark. I did not hit her. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Yeah, that guy's a genius.
Well, I mean, the guy. Listen, people make fun of Tommy Wiseau, but that man is a self-made multi-millionaire, and he has done more to follow his dreams than other people. I have to give that man respect. He may not he may not be bigger than he is right now ever in his life. I don't know if he will or will not be, but he may not be.
He will not.
More. Yeah, but he has done more. He's had more balls to get himself out there than other people who still only talk about doing what they want to do. After a few decades.
Is it balls or is it just being shameless?
Probably shameless too, because if you watch a sex scene in The Room, it makes you wonder if he's ever been with a woman. Because he's up there going into the belly button. He's not down between the glory section between the legs.
You don't know what sex is like wherever he's from.
I think he just self reproduces. I don't know.
You're right though. When it comes to Tommy Wiseau, yeah, he self funded his movie. He put everything together himself, and it was done very sloppily and from all accounts very stupidly. But he made a very terrible movie that came all the way back around to being hilarious.
And the basis of an Oscar-winning film too.
Yes, it was.
I know the film is based off the book, but the book is based off of his work. So, indirectly, Tommy Wiseau is the inspiration for an Oscar award-winning piece of work. So
Yeah.
You have to give him that. You have to give him that much respect.
Give him that much inspiring Oscar-winning movie about the worst movie ever made.
Citizen Kane, like, has not even inspired an Oscar award-winning film. Like, I mean, I know that movie won its awards. I know it's listed as like the greatest film of all time. It's not, but I know it's listed as one. But still, it's
I've never thought in my life I would ever hear someone say the Room has something more on Citizen Kane.
No, I'm saying like Citizen Kane itself won awards. It is very vastly studied. It is like critically acclaimed. I don't dislike Citizen Kane. So like Orson Welles created some beautiful camera tricks and shot tricks. He's created this like visual style that until fairly recently people could never duplicate. They could never figure out how he did it.
I'm gonna tell you, Citizen Kane and The Room does have something in common. When a movie's good, they refer to it as the Citizen Kane of da 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 da. When a movie's terrible, they say it's The Room of da 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 da. So, in a way, yeah, you're right. They do have something in common.
No, I don't mean to put The Room and Citizen Kane in the same boat. They're not. But it's like you can also see, if you've ever watched The Room, you can see, and if you've ever seen the trailer for The Room,
yes.
Oh God, it is just as painful as the movie itself. God, it's bad.
I've never sat through the whole movie in one sitting, so I mean, I've seen it all, but it took me like 3 times to watch it to completion.
You see, I finally sat down. And like a few months back, I had nothing to do for one whole day. Finally, it rarely ever happens where I have nothing to do for one day. I'm like, you know what? A friend of mine bought me a copy of The Room. I have no desire to see this movie, but I have nothing else to do, and I really don't feel like vegging out watching Netflix. So I'll watch a movie I've never actually seen that I talked a lot of smack about. I get done watching the movie. I call my friend, and he's like, wasn't it great? He's like, I'm going to continue talking smack, but now it's going to get much worse. Like, you've just permitted me to say whatever I want to say about this movie now. Thank you very much. Hi, Mark. No, kiss my ass, Mark. I'll say what I want.
Yeah. All right, so we're way off the subject, but
it happens a lot on the show.
Any last thoughts about movie trailers, Josh?
Well, I'll tell you this. When I watch a movie trailer, and I've been doing it less so over the last 2 years because I've been having, I think, a better ability to enjoy a film knowing less about it. There are a few trailers that I see come across my desk, and I'm like, okay, I'll check it out. But for the most part, I try to skip them, if possible. I watch regular TV. I just use my streaming services. No ads. Anytime an ad pops up anywhere, I just instantly check out. So what I'm looking for, when I do give some of my valuable time to these trailers, is I want to know a very, very, very loose idea of what the movie's about. Okay, hero, villain, gotcha. Give me a couple set pieces, and I'm done. I don't need to see all the action. I don't need to see, anything from the third act. Just keep that under wraps. So when I actually watch the movie, I'll be able to enjoy being surprised by oh my God, that just happened. There's so little of that these days. You know what? Talk about these things. Mortal Kombat, that came out today, so I'm not going to go into any spoilers. But I think they did a good job of taking some of the oh my God moments in the trailer and putting them in the movie in places you wouldn't expect. So you can tell you think they're showing you more, but when you watch it, you're like, oh no, that's not where I thought this was going to be at all. And I think that made it more enjoyable. So there's that. What happened to the? And we have to talk about it at least for a second. But what happened to the in a world guy?
I think he either retired or passed away, one of the two. But he doesn't really. I forget. But the guy that sounded like he smoked like 5 packs of cigarettes a day, right?
Yeah, he just pretty much described what was going on in the movie. In a world where criminals run rampant, there's only one man that can stop them and bring them to justice. That describes so many movies. I'm pretty sure that you the same voiceover for a bunch of different flicks. Or the same guy that did the rom-coms. He's like, she loves dogs and he likes cats. How are they ever going to get along? Walking on sunshine. Find out this summer when Tom meets Veronica in Cat Lover, Dog Lover 2. It's the silly guy that's just so excited about everything. I miss, a really crappy narration. It's weird to say, but it's something I miss. And finally, if I may, don't. I read about this. It's not entirely up to, because there are movie trailer houses, companies specifically that put movie trailers together. It's their job, and most of the time they don't get to see, of course, a finished product, right? They are taking stuff they're given, and depending on the studio, they're given a loose outline of what they want. Sometimes they're given, an exact frame to work with. So they're just kind of putting pieces together based on what they're given. If at all possible, to make this an effort, the last thing that I really want is for things that aren't in the movie to not be in the trailer. There are so many times where I see something cool in a trailer and then it's nowhere. It was cut.
Suicide Squad did that. I think Batman v Superman, right? Had a bunch of stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's unfortunately a very common thing.
So how about waiting until you cut trailers until after, you're done shooting? I don't think we need a trailer a year out. Maybe a teaser of a logo, or a little bit of score. Superman coming soon. Boom, 2022. That's all you need. You don't need to show footage for a movie that's not done filming.
Hey, real quick. So this NBC Universal thing, I got the notification too saying that it blocked our video. Is it blocking our entire video, like the Facebook Live, or is it just blocking that one video?
I haven't a clue, but we're still alive. So
I was just curious. I'm looking.
Save the video and the audio, and then in case you got to re-upload it or whatever.
Word. But those are my final thoughts on movie trailers. Anybody else want to throw in their 2 cents about how we can fix the world? I'm sorry, how we can fix in a world.
Kente, you want to take this?
I mean, most trailers are pretty awesome as far as they're entertaining on its own. It's just kind of let people know what they're in for. You know what I mean? Don't mislead people, and also don't show too much. Just get people interested in the film, and then then that's good.
Yep. And I think mine would probably just be, like I said earlier, make sure the trailer is set of two things. Make sure the trailer is set for the kind of movie, the genre, or the feel that you want the movie to be. Like, I mean, no one wants to go see like a horror film and be bored. No one wants to go see a comedy and then realize that it's just like, really not a comedy. But also, as I said earlier, stop showing scenes happening or actions happening set to the beats of whatever song you chose to recycle for the umpteenth time from whatever other trailer was released for the sake of your trailer. I don't care about guns clicking together or people like clicking their belts. I don't care about people loading this loading clips into the bottom of like the pistols. I don't care about this stuff. Explosions going off, cool. Like explosions are one thing, but you don't have to go have music and then beat, action, click, click, click. Like, it doesn't enhance my pleasure in watching the video. It's just like, it's okay. That's it. But trailers are meant to tell a story, but they're meant to cut off at some point in the story to leave you wondering what happens next. It's not meant to be like, I don't know, just some kind of, I don't know, shtick that's just recycled and shoved down someone else's throat. But that's my thought.
Okay. Well, I guess that's going to do it for us tonight here. Just a reminder, you can catch us every week, right here, facebook.com/this thing. No brain. We'll get to that in a second. So, before we get out of here, Kente, where can people find you and your 73 shows?
Can I, before I say this, I want to give a rest in peace and my condolences to the family of the great rapper Shock G from Digital Underground.
Oh yeah,
who passed yesterday. I'm a huge Digital Underground fan. Love their music. I mean, they were not one-hit wonders at all. They had, a lot of hits, and he was a super talented guy that really was an innovator. That brought us Tupac, brought us the Loonies. I Got 5 on it. That was him. He produced that. He produced Tupac's first 2 albums and some of his third album. He also brought other groups that he produced as well as mentored, and he was a phenomenal MC and producer. And it's very sad that he died. I mean, they're not lying when they say they die in threes, because we lost DMX, the rapper Black Rob, and now Shock G. But I mean, those last couple of years, a lot of great rappers are dying. I mean, MF Doom, Ecstasy from Houdini. I mean, it's just so many rappers that are passing away. Only the good ones die, it seems like. But just rest in peace, and you will not be forgotten. And you can get me at Kente F on Twitter, Kente Ferguson on Instagram, and of course the website is indyradio.org. That's indyradio.org.
All right, Brandon.
Okay. Well, before I give my links, I just want to say, Betty, I am sorry that we have not really responded. And anyone else has commented, I'm sorry that we have not really responded to the comments here. We're usually on the ball with that, Josh. We're actually really on the ball with that most times. But I will definitely be paying attention more often. I had another web browser pulled up so I could do some research on some other stuff that I was trying to get my points across on. But going back to this, you can follow me on Instagram, bjacksman82. You can find the WADcast on Instagram at the WADcast, and same with the Facebook. You'll see our page, the WADcast, and it will make itself clear to you because guess what is in the profile pictures? It's a black banner, and it has this black picture of the white banner that says WADcast in it. So give us a like, give us a follow, go on Instagram, check us out, and hopefully we can get better at locking down what our shows are about more in advance so you know what to expect. And that's really it. Hope you guys have a great night. And here is Josh's Full House style goodbye, farewell for this episode speech, set to the tune of violin music, hopefully. If not, then Josh, go ahead.
Okay, well, first of all, I'll let you know you can find me on Twitter at SkidComic, at WADcast and at Cinema Studios. That way you can, well, I was going to say keep track of everything we do, but I'm not a prolific tweeter. I'm not prolific, and I'm barely fluent in English language, so if you feel like following Twitter, that's the place to do it. It's also a good place to reach me, because I may not tweet a lot, but I've got the apps, get into the notifications, people send messages like, hey, can we get on the show, of course. Anyway, you can always follow Cinema Studios on Facebook, facebook.com/CinemaStudios, while you're liking the WADcast page. Go ahead and give Cinema Studios a like too. We broadcast live to both pages when we're not getting shut down by NBC. So join the chat, join the conversation every Friday night here at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific for the WADcast. Next week is episode number 47. Do I know what it's about? I'm going to say yes, but it's a surprise, because I have no idea. Anyway, tonight's message. And then take a cue music. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, remember, it's 2021, the only thing standing between you and your dreams is you. If you have a script, write it. If you have a vision, shoot it with a camera. Gotta be clear. If there is something you want to create it. Now is the time to do it. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, not next year. Now, because tomorrow turns into 10 years so fast. So do it now, while it's still fresh in your mind, while it's still fresh in your heart. All right, have a great week, everybody. We will see you for episode number 47 next Friday night. Later, guys.
All right.